Ten Hag's brutal preseason plans for Manchester United players. Ten Hag will put the Manchester United players through a grueling training camp upon their return to the club for preseason, with staff dubbing it Hell Week, according to a new report from The Sun. The Dutchman will hope that this SAS-style boot camp can provide the side the requirements to make a flying start to the season. The former Ajax manager is looking to make an assault on the title this season and will ensure that the players are fit enough to meet his demands. This week, staff at the club's training base Carrington have been given a list of instructions to ensure that everything is ready for the return of the squad in early July. It is understood that Ten Hag plans 4 days of double sessions with a strong emphasis being placed on building the stamina across the entirety of the squad. In these lists of demands, it is understood that Ten Hag wants the pitches at Carrington to be ready for the 3rd of July for the players that have not been on international duty, in order to complete their fitness tests. Manchester United make contact with Adrian Rabiot with Juventus contract set to expire. Manchester United have reportedly made contact with the representatives of Adrian Rabiot, a year after they failed to sign the Juventus star. Rabiot seemed destined to trade Turin for Old Trafford last August after United agreed a £14 million deal with Juventus. However, the transfer collapsed after the Red Devils failed to agree personal terms with the France international, who wanted a salary of around £250,000 a week. Ten Hag ended up signing Casemiro instead, but his interest in Rabiot didn't go away, with the club making another attempt to sign him in January following an injury to Christian Eriksen, only for Marcel Sabitzer to arrive instead. The Dutch manager is now looking to make it third time lucky, with The Athletic reporting that United have spoken to the 28-year-old's agent with his contract set to expire at the end of June. Juventus are keen to keep hold of him, however, and have offered him a 1-year extension following a great season where he scored 11 goals and made 6 assists for the Serie A giants. Back in 2008, Rabiot had a spell in Manchester City's academy and has spoken before about his desire to play in the Premier League. So, what is your opinion on this? Would you like to see Rabiot in Manchester? Manchester United set ambitious asking price for Anthony Martial. Manchester United are willing to listen to offers for injury-prone striker Anthony Martial. According to the Mail, Manchester United are looking for £25 million for the Frenchman. It will be struggled to receive the sought-after £25 million fee for Anthony Martial, unless a bid from Saudi Arabia can be attracted. Anthony Martial's injury record makes him an incredibly risky proposition for clubs to take on. He has not completed a Premier League match over 90 minutes for Manchester United since 2021. He has missed United's last 3 cup finals due to injury, missing large chunks of this past season, in which he managed only 11 of 38 possible league starts. Martial previously spent time on loan at Sevilla, a spell which was also wrecked by fitness issues. Another reason Manchester United will struggle to shift Anthony Martial for £25 million is his high salary. The Mirror claims Martial earns a staggering £250,000 per week, a salary no side in Europe is likely to want to match, considering his injury record. The other factor, and this is a little of a bright spot, is that Anthony Martial's contract at Manchester United expires in June 2024. While normally, £25 million at this stage might seem reasonable considering his contract, combine this with his injury record and high salary, and Martial's real value plunges further. He is a high-risk signing for clubs, and United might have to settle for as little as £15 million to get Martial off the books. And at that kind of price, with no few options up front currently, the club might just keep him around an extra year. Manchester United take action for Glyzenbremer. Manchester United are considering competing with Premier League rivals Tottenham Hotspur for Juventus centre-half Glyzenbremer this summer. Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane have both been signed over the past several years to fortify the strength of the Red Devils' backline, and while progress has been made in this regard, manager Ten Hag will be looking to strengthen further after reclaiming a place in the Champions League with a top-4 finish. So, Bremer could offer a solution, a formula to provide succor and strength to a defensive regiment in tantalizing yearly increments, and according to reports, could join the fold for around £51 million if United win the battle for his signature after the old lady's financial jeopardy thrust them cheerlessly into the Europa Conference League with a 10-point deduction. His all-encompassing work would gel very nicely with that of Martinez, who has cemented a regular starting berth at the Theatre of Dreams after his £57 million move from Ajax 1 year ago. Man United attacker could join English club after scoring 14 times last season. Amad Diallo's development took a positive turn this season as he ended the campaign as one of the outstanding players in the Championship, helping Sunderland to the EFL playoff semi-finals. Sunderland were agonizingly close to sealing a return to the top flight, and had they done just that, Diallo would have become a cult hero on Wearside. Now, after scoring 14 goals for the Black Cats this season, he has emerged as a target for newly relegated Leeds United. That's according to the Mirror, who say that Leeds are looking to replace Wilfried Gnonto with the young Ivorian winger. It is, however, stated that Ten Hag would prefer Diallo to join a club overseas or a side in the top flight of English football, making a move to Leeds unlikely. Another temporary exit this summer is still likely for Diallo, but it is absolutely paramount that he continues to develop. 41-goal striker is exactly what Manchester United need, says pundit. Manchester United have been urged to push and try and secure a deal for Tottenham striker Harry Kane. Renowned commentator Ian Darke told ESPN FC's Dream Transfer segment that Harry Kane to Manchester United is the Premier League transfer he most wanted to see. Harry Kane scored 41 goals for club and country in all competitions last season, including a recent brace for England at Old Trafford. Manchester United have backed away from a deal for Harry Kane due to Tottenham's resistance to selling. A report via The Sun last week claimed Manchester United have told Kane to submit a transfer request if he wants to move to the club. The Mail report Manchester United see £80 million as a sweet spot in terms of price for a player who has just 1 year remaining on his contract. However, there is currently no sign Tottenham are prepared to seal for this kind of figure.